right, folks, a little bit late, but you know what they say about Saturdays. You can't start with an S and end with a day without being Saturday. Yeah, that's right. All right, thanks, guys. And that's absolutely not true. That is a lie. Don't forget, Sunday totally still exists. You can totally spell Sunday with an S and a day. But I needed something to say when we got in here. Welcome, Space Nerds. How you doing? Good to see you. Sorry, I that wasn't a lie. I am sorry about this timing. Podcast went a long time today, and that is not just because it was a very good episode of really good talk with the Astro Historian. For those of you who were there for the live show, you know as well as I do that computers are kind of an ass. They're a little and I had some weird issues pop up with the computer. Oh, I'm not actually that sweaty. I'm just shiny. I'm just a shiny man today. Yeah, I'm shiny. See me in Valhalla. No, it wasn't. I had a weird computer crash today where everything on my gaming PC shut down, but like the computer itself was still running. It just lit up a DRAM light. It was very dramatic, very octagonal. Thank you very much. Very low bassist. Holy shit. Cubint. Brother. My brother just dropped in 10 subs and did a sub yourself. Dude, I was just getting ready to reset the number here too. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you for getting us closer to the goal. I have consulted with management, and I have been informed that once we do hit these, our 2 goals for the day, we've been working towards it. It's been a little while, but once we do hit the 2 goals on a stream, we will be giving away the Asperia Prowler. We'll be ending that giveaway the very next stream after we do that. So thank you so much for pushing us close to that goal, Cuban, on the Twitch side. And thanks, dude, for being here, supporting the stream. I gotta say, I gotta say thank you. That's all I have. The podcast today was good. We talked today about Alpha 4.3, which is currently in the Evocati, and both me and the Astro Historian got to jump in there and try it out for a bit. So I figured today during this stream, I would spend some time just chatting with you guys about how the heck that is going, what 4.3 is looking like. And we're going to do just some chill cargo hauling. I'm actually going to go ahead and open this up to anybody who's in GII. Saturday's our GII day, and I have just been not able to do as much GII gameplay as I want lately because we can't access Discord while I'm streaming because I have to be on a VPN, and that causes all kinds of problems. So I will be doing VoIP today, but if anybody is in the chat and you guys want to come in and you're in GII, please join. I'm just going to be cargo hauling for ArcCorp, doing the business, grinding the grind, having the good time. And we'll chat about 4.3 and kind of what that looks like so far, because I do think people are going to like it. It's got a couple disappointments, obviously, with the delay of cooperation zones, but there's other things. So, how's everybody been? How's your week going? It's Saturday, so I can finally ask if you're having a good weekend. I know some folks were going to be battling elevators. Nerfly, I see you. Some folks were going to be out of town. Some people are eating the good foods. And other folks are here having the absolute best time you possibly could be having on a Saturday, chilling with Space Tomato. What can I say? It's what I always grew up wanting to do when I was a kid. I was like, you know, someday there's going to be some space-obsessed dude playing video games called Space Tomato, and golly gee f***ing willikers, I hope I can sit in his chat and hang out. And now I'm super jealous of you because you get to. That's probably the most stuck-up thing I will ever say. So clip it. Lurch Lord, thanks for being the first one in here. I love that your hellos today was hello you beautiful people and others. Lurch Lord is literally proactively throwing shade to chat. I don't know who others are, but hello Lurch Lord, you beautiful person. Nasty Master, it's good to see you. Valis, my man Valis. Hey, I forgot to say, hey. Mrs. Tomato, can I tell you something real quick? Can you come in here, please? Thank you. Ananzi, this guy again. Dude, it's not my fault you're spending all this time in voice channels with me. You're like these Star Citizen players, man, who can say that they don't want to play the game and then you find them at the local space station. PK, the dancing man. Good to see you, dude. All right, sorry. Management stuff, administrative stuff going on. You got exciting things happening in GII. Lurch, don't worry, dude. You can dance in whatever way you want. I usually just have a foot, to be honest. So you're free to do you. Yui! Good to see you in chat. Always a name we love to see. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Rome Pope. 07s, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you. Have you been in here before? Was that a first-time chat? That's not a first-time chat. You got gifted that sub, though. Congrats on that. Hope you're having a wonderful day as well. Oh, there's that PK guy again. Try to only acknowledge him once, it gets him too enthusiastic. My man PK, I hope you're having a good day, dude. Ivy, welcome in. Works perfectly every time. Everything always works perfectly every time, 80% of the time. Was that an auto censor? No, I'm just very, very good at timing my bad mouth. I don't curse very often, so it's easy to find places to censor it. Nerfly, dude, thank you for dropping 5 memberships on YouTube, and Z's joining as a carrot. Let me tell you, if you get a membership, you get access to our live podcast, and if you miss the live podcast, you can watch it early. It will be out tonight. And you just have to be on the Discord to find that. Also, exclusive videos. I make an exclusive video every month for our supporters. They are at the same or higher quality than the normal videos, and usually talking about things that are a little more evergreen. This month's episode was about bounty hunting, the full version of bounty hunting that they have theorized all of this time in Star Citizen, what it's supposed to look like, and where the heck it is, because well, who knows? Who knows what's going on with it? I think the economy's holding it back. You and your tech. Well, see, I'm blaming this one on Paul. The Astro Historian was the guest on this week's episode, and he already was having some power supply issues with his own computer. He had to cancel a couple streams. So I'm going to go ahead and say that he probably just brought it over to my computer, and it's really his fault. So hop on over to his live chat and bully him for it a little bit. I'm sure he'll be online in a little bit. Do we know if they're sending out missing rewards out soon? I do not know about that. I'll throw a line out there. Maybe I'll ask somebody. I'm not like on everyday speaking terms with people at CIG, but I have a couple avenues of communication. I can see what's going on maybe with the missing rewards, and hopefully have an update on Monday. What else did I miss here? Michael, you were hoping to see some of 4.3, right? Unfortunately, I can't put that on the screen, but I can talk about it. So if you guys have questions about 4.3, I've only gotten about 30 minutes to check it out so far, unfortunately, but I'll answer what questions I can, and I'm sure people in chat also have plenty to say about it. Z's Toe. Thanks again for the membership. Welcome into the stream, dude. I hope you're having a good weekend. Nerfly, my man, I do appreciate seeing your name. I like seeing your name in here, man. You got the spirit. I almost just broke into like a cheerleading format. He's got spirit. Yes, he do. He's got spirit. How about you, Shaman. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Gators. I hope you're having a good weekend. You've been farming hard with the retrieve the abandoned cargo hauler with the C1, Ivy. Does that mean you've been leaving the C1 out there in space alone to fend for itself? Lonely. Distraught. C1 needs a friend, okay? All the best of us need a friend. Waybreak, good morning to you. Hope you're having a good one. Harold, welcome in. Love how I'm always eating when Star Citizen, ST, literally Space Tomato. Love how you're always eating when Space Tomato starts. I love throwing on a stream or a good YouTube video when I'm eating. Isn't it kind of crazy that after all this time, can we just have a real moment for a second? Isn't it insane that after all this time, all these streaming wars, all of this like consolidation of companies, mergers between massive multi-billion-dollar corporations that are international, this hand-wringing and this stress and strain to try and chase Netflix to success, and it's YouTube that has all the hours and all the viewers? Like, when I sit down at a TV, I no longer turn on HBO, I turn on YouTube. How much must that hurt these executives who are like competing with Joseph in his freaking basement with a phone camera and a microphone from 2009, putting out better content than CBS Live News because he just cares more. That's pretty sick, not gonna lie. I also, not gonna lie, I think YouTube would be awesome if they broke out from Google and then we got to see Google and YouTube kind of hash it out to see who is better at their different strengths, but you know, that'll never happen. Freaking capitalism for the win, dude. Gwyn, good morning to you. Good to see you. Exciting GII stuff? Oh, I was just saying like, oh, that. Yeah. We're doing things, you know, we're growing, we're putting together more tools, better situations. I don't know, I'm trying to be cryptic. Z's! It is contagious. Yeah, the danger is contagious. The tech problems are contagious. 30 minutes into 4.3 was just spent looking at elevators. No, actually, believe it or not, in that 30 minutes that I've played 4.3, not only did I go spawn at New Babbage, fly all the way to a new Onyx facility, underground facility on Euterpe, and get down into the facility and start exploring, I then threw myself to my death, respawned all the way back at New Babbage because I'm a dumbass, and flew all the way back to do it again, and got stuck in the exact same spot. I got stuck twice doing the exact same thing in 30 to 45-ish minutes. Can say though, these new underground facilities do have actual spawn points in them. They have medical beds in them, so that as you're exploring this location, if you do happen to die, you can just spawn right back in there. Honestly, I think I would be interested in knowing if this is something that they want to do regularly around Star Citizen, because now I'm just thinking about it. This is a way that they can be like, oh yeah, you can respawn in the place that you were already exploring, but that's because we put medical beds there. I wonder if they're going to make that just a normal thing going forward for all locations. It kind of helps with keeping players in the moment. It also takes away a little bit of the whole point of dying being a bad thing, so it could be temporary. But it definitely has, like, if they make it so that respawning uses resources and maybe can damage your body still over time, yeah, I could see this being something that they just naturally do for all locations in Star Citizen. Too much crap on TV nowadays, YouTube for the win. Bruh, there's like too much crap on TV. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but hold on a second. How much is uploaded YouTube every day? Like, talk about crap. How much freaking stuff is uploaded to YouTube? On average, there are over 20 million videos uploaded to YouTube daily. So there is plenty of crap on YouTube too. That's insane. 20 freaking million videos. Did you find out if the FEs got a pass for the new facilities? FEs. Financial engineers? Forgettable Equinox? Fallacious Enterprises. What is an FE? Once I know that, I can answer your question. How big are the new locations? Pretty big. They're pretty big. Oh, freight elevators. Duh. I don't know. There is a hot fix, or not a hot fix, but there is like a bug fix in 4.3 for freight elevators, but I do think that's the same one that was in the hot fixes already. Now, the new locations, the underground facilities, they do have their own freight elevators. They have their own hangars that you can land in, but I don't know if those have any particular fixes beyond what we already have in 4.2.1. I didn't get to visit any of the standalone locations yet either on the outposts. But the locations that we have in these areas are big. I would say that the way the locations are laid out is you fly to any place that they are, and it looks like from the sky, it looks like a small distribution center. So it has kind of the same design language, but it is much smaller. You get there and there are 2 hangars you can land in. And there is a lobby area that you would first move into. The lobby area is probably about as much, I would say there's as much space to run around in these lobby areas as there is in one of these space stations. And generally this is an area where I think there's an armistice zone. So you're completely safe to run around there. There's a couple loot boxes. I think there's a medical bed or 2. But ultimately, it's kind of just your introduction to the location. After that, you drop down into one of 2 wings, engineering or research. And those 2 areas do seem to have quite a bit of space, but that is where I started dying. So I didn't get to experience or explore them as much as I wanted. But ultimately, they seem like pretty solid exploration areas in that the one mission you take to get there, so far at least, just kind of guides you there. And then it tells you to get some stuff done. You don't have specific objectives you're going to. You're kind of just like exploring the area, finding things. I found loot boxes. There is a fabricator, which isn't actually a real, like crafting fabricator. It's just making stuff for you so you have the supplies you need while you're down there. There were a couple NPCs. There were some Valakar in a closed off location. There was some kind of more narrative-focused object that was putting out pulses of radiation, I think. I won't spoil too much of that for you. There are locations where you can do some repair gameplay, and and then some like platforming and exploration areas where you're just like walking around finding loot boxes and stuff. None of it is like groundbreaking or earth-shattering, and I didn't get to see most of these locations, but they're pretty big. Why did I die? I fell to my death. I'm just an idiot. It wasn't even like a game-related thing. You think the medical facilities are a nice touch to more military and high-tech locations, but just think they need to make it so you can wipe spawns and use it as a form of location control. They are hosted in armistice zones, so it does seem like this is supposed to be a relatively friendly environment. As of May 19, videos are being uploaded to the platform at a rate of more than 500 hours of content per minute. That's freaking nuts, dude. If it's more of a PvP, your ship will be blown up. It's a matter, of course, for ASD sites in Pyro, and until they randomize the spawn locations, so is spawn camping. But the ASD locations in Pyro are like a freaking putrid amount compared to this. 100 different locations. I know I was in the Evocati patch, but I didn't see a single person the whole time. Not even outside. I didn't even see a ship left over outside. Need multiple respawn options. I think that if I remember correctly, the idea of respawning was that you might get to choose where you respawn when you die between 2 places. Maybe not too specifically, but I think they kind of like implied you would get to choose in some way. You guys, I saw some people standing in front of me. Are you guys GII? Were you looking to party up? Who were you? Is that just some creepy people acting creepy? Oh, this guy likes his Karnas. Whoa. Whoa, hey. It's freaking out. Are they instanced? No. No, and we talked about that during the podcast today. We were thinking that's probably what got delayed with the cooperation zones, were instance locations. Okay. Nerfly. So they are not instanced, but I do think they might have been built to be instanced, and at some point, that's what CIG might end up doing with these spots. If it's a PvP hellhole, find a place to hide your mothership. I think we all remember hiding your ships around the Kovalex station when doing the PI wanted missions. We shall see. Could you use the mini-map to navigate? Hold on a second. I have some footage. Let me see if I had a mini-map. Gotta go set up, then you're gonna head over. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a decent sized ship to get ready for. Whoop! Nope, nope, nope. Can't show that. That was literally almost me breaking an NDA. Yeah, I can use the mini-map to navigate. It's actually kind of funny, I didn't even look at the fact that I had a mini-map up in this location. But I'm just now realizing that because I wasn't following the mini-map, that's probably why I fell to my death, because I think the place I went wasn't actually meant to be gone to, I'm not sure. They are not clusters of locations. I went to an underground facility and it was the only one in that area. Well, I guess I can't really confirm that because they didn't show up on my quantum marker trackers. Like, they didn't show up as locations on the planet that you could quantum travel to. I actually had to take the mission to get introduced to this location. So it might be that they are clustered around, but I didn't see it flying in. I was on the nighttime side of a moon. Are they a copy and paste of each other, or are all new locations and unique with different layouts? I'm gonna highly doubt that they're all unique. Maybe they're switched around a little bit in terms of where one door or one room is or something, but I don't think that they have the manpower right now to add 100 unique locations. All right, what can we put cargo in here? An Idris? I don't actually have very many cargo haulers. Not any large ones, at least. Yeah, we might need to start off with the MSR until maybe somebody jumps in. Nerfly, what kind of ships do you have? Death Sweet, happy weekend to you. Were they ever explicitly said to be instanced? I can't seem to find where people are getting the idea that they will for sure be instanced outside of the ISC, where they compared co-op zones and the idea of the municipal works. No, they have never said they would be instanced. I don't think anybody is saying they for sure would be. I think everybody is speculating that they might be, myself included. I didn't run into any major bugs. I didn't have any problems. The game was running perfectly smoothly. The only thing that was a problem was a small one, and that was just that there was some weird graphical glitch going on where I was seeing black squares pop up every once in a while, but it wasn't even that noticeable on its own. Are they logical locations on the planet? Not that I noticed. Pretty sure they're just randomly placed throughout. Bring a pistol with us for this time, to be honest, just in case, but I doubt we'll need it because we're just a wee old peaceful cargo hauler today with a little bit of a penchant for blowing people's heads off. Oh, I need a tractor beam, don't I? Easy additional gameplay opportunity just hiding those map machines they showed at SitCon for each floor. I would love that. I would love to be able to download maps at this point. Please give, CIG. I don't have a tractor beam here. Okay, let's head back up to the cargo deck. Oh, you have a Star Lancer? Do you happen to have a Star Lancer Max by any chance? How are the Onyx facilities? Are they like the underground facilities they promised long ago? Not the ones that we saw. So, if you go back to where they showed us underground facilities, come on now. So we got underground facilities shown to us a little bit back when they were first working on them. And we saw a couple concept art images, stuff like this. This is more like a finished underground facility, and I did not get far enough to see if this kind of stuff was in there. It looked honestly more like this. It looked like an abandoned, rocky place that was just kind of multi-purpose. A little overgrown. It was just a very beat up location. It was definitely unique, but it wasn't, again, not a mind-breaking kind of new space. But it didn't have, for instance, let me see if I can find these shots where he was walking around. So when he first saw underground facilities, they were showing us all these like hallways and doorways and different places that you could be navigating. They had these gigantic cargo locations. These were not in there that I saw. Again, I didn't get to explore a ton of the location, and maybe they are deeper inside. But the locations are fairly large. You think it was speculation from Bar Citizen where they said instancing was coming soon? Right, yeah, I think we're all speculating a little bit. They stated so many times over the past years that they were building tools to make location creation almost child's play. So to be honest, if they handcrafted hundreds of locations, I'd be rather displeased with them. Yeah, I don't think they have the time to do that, and I don't think they have the tools to actually put in diversified locations like that just yet. I think that's really what Starchitect is focused around. I am not streaming Evocati. If I'm streaming Evocati, you would see the PTU disclaimer down here at the bottom of the screen. This is 4.2.1. Salty tried it out, said he couldn't backspace when he was in-capped. I don't know what to say to that. Makes sense given the theme and the story. Yeah, definitely abandoned locations. Is the new local in Stanton? Local? Local what? Local bakery? .3 is not open to PTU. Not open to streaming either. Respawn issue is why it's not open to all. I see. I did not get to see the dynamic snow. Didn't have enough time. I only got to play for about 30 minutes. I saw snow, but I don't know if it was dynamic. I was just flying through it, really. Is the new locations? Yes. Yes, the new locations are in Stanton. I didn't run into any FPS turrets just yet. I'll probably play a little bit more on Monday before we go live, so I'll have more to say then. Wait, I did not go get my freaking tractor beam. Wowzers, I'm dumb. We gotta go back real quick. Did I feel cold? Well, I was in my ship, so I was feeling quite toasty. Didn't get to use the new Volt Sniper yet, no. That one I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go into Arena Command to get access to. Really immersion breaking. There's no NPCs at outposts in Pyro or Stanton. Guessing it's for performance reasons. Did they take NPCs away from the outposts? Yeah, if that's a problem that you can't backspace when in capped, then they'll have to get that fixed. If you die, you don't spawn at the Onyx medbed or medical ships. That's actually good. Well, that's not good. But I avoided that. I forgot to set my spawn for the Onyx facility's medical bed. And so I just naturally respawned all the way back at New Babbage, which I thought I was dumb for, but now I realize it was not in my control anyways. Do I think they'll fix the combat crashes in 4.3? I think they will try to. But it is CIG. They aren't always able to complete the things that they're trying to do. An unfortunate side effect of, I guess, being CIG. Or just working on games in general. Any idea if the AI security is back in? You mean flying around the space stations? I haven't seen that, but isn't that supposed to be in 4.2.1? If you haven't played in about a year, is 4.2.1 worth jumping back into? Yeah. If you were okay with playing 1 year ago, you're only gonna have a better time playing now. Depending on what you like to do. If you were a sucker for investigation missions a year ago, then you will be out of luck until 4.3. But 4.3 does have some form of investigation missions, which was nice to see. They're at the new locations, so they will be a little bit more common and popular, and you'll run into people, but there are finally some kind of investigation missions in the game. CIG is checking if they can fix it server side. Dude, where is all this happening? Are these dev posts? I was like trying to keep up with what they might be saying about this stuff, but they don't, I don't have anything. I just have Wikipedia's Evocati patch notes. So that'd be cool if that is how they're gonna do it. Server side fix would be nice. Someone posted a quote in SC chat. It's like the worst possible way to disseminate information. We get it quoted to us by somebody who's not from CIG. Whoops. thus everybody is kind of like operating on different information. You're annoyed they still don't have dynamic toe physics in game yet? Well, have you taken your shoes off? Have you confirmed that for yourself, Panic? You have a medical gameplay idea. If they had backspace incapacitate a player, require the medical mission player to abandon the mission for respawn or a timer. So you just incapped yourself instead of died? People would hate that. Onyx facilities sound cool based on what you said, but you kind of feel disappointed that CIG hypes us up with it, and at the end, it's just a poorly designed location, but I hope we have a good time. I mean, I don't think it's a poorly designed location. I think it's actually I think it's one of the better locations they've brought in. It feels like one of the first locations in this game that has... I'll say it the same way that Astropub did on the podcast. It feels like a mission. It feels like a mission location that was taken out of Squadron 42. You have like this natural way of moving throughout the facility, and as you're moving throughout it, you find new types of gameplay. You find different various loot boxes, not all crammed up in the same location. You find a couple different types of hazards. There is some kind of overarching. There's a narrative thing that's going on in the background that, again, I don't want to like really spoil for you guys, and it piques your curiosity. It's almost always visible to you, so you're kind of wondering what's going on in this location, and you want to continue to investigate and discover. I think they're pretty well designed locations, outside of the fact that they're not particularly just... It's a lot of the stuff we already know combined all into one spot. But it seems to me like they'll make for some pretty solid sandbox places where you can go and just kind of explore a little bit. Investigation, or see how many bullets he can take investigation. No idea what's coming next patch. I'm too lazy to read today. There are enemies there, but the investigation part of it is like finding data. Like you have to hunt down various computer terminals within the location to pull data out of them. I hope I have a drink. Ah, Jesus. We're never gonna get to take off. Your computer tech's having issues. You'll catch up later. Gonna have to bow out. See, it's not just me. Technology. Dude, now I have to go get a freaking drink before we can take off, man. I really gotta learn to take care of all my problems before I get up and go. Coming 30 minutes late and our boy already has a tier 2 injury. Yeah, I was just lifting too hard, dude. So tricep presses. How you doing, Nightman? Good to see you in chat, buddy. Zerb, thank you so much for the sub, dude. 51 months Zerb has been here. I'm sorry I missed that earlier. I've been constantly reading chat for the last 30 minutes. Nice. Now only elevators would work well for you. Hold on, I'm missing part of that. If only elevators would work well for you. They say when you hit 52 months subbed, elevators never break again. Yeah, I need a checklist before going out. If you didn't notice, I am terrible at playing these kinds of games. I'm more of a hop into an arena and shoot people kind of player. Star Citizen's a new experience for me. I say new, but I've been playing it for like 5 years. How's that drink, though? Dude, your head looks tiny. Yeah. Excuse me, can I get a drink? You just gonna eat here? You're gonna eat your hot dog over everybody else's hot dog? Just get wiener crumbs on my buns? I hope your stuff gets fixed nerfly. I hope you can figure it out. Sorry you're having the same problems I seem to always have. It spreads. It's contagious. Oh, Mr. Jfish in the chat. How are you doing, dude? It's been a little while. Are you still doing Star Citizen? Too much fun throwing trash around the space station. I'm actually pretty excited to check out this new sniper rifle they added in 4.3. It's a Volt weapon, and it actually can like pre-charge your shots for you. Has anybody gotten to use it yet? Billy Two Names, thank you by the way for the bits today. I appreciate you. I am well, my friend. How are you? I have not done much of anything since I started a new job last September. Damn, so you've been working. Well, good for you. I hope the job is going well. I'm doing okay. Real happy to head back home sometime soon. But as of right now, enjoying the flow of things, you know? It's been a busy day. 4.3 podcast stuff. Dropped a video on Space Tomato 2 live for the stream. I am looking forward to laying down and eating delicious food with my lovely wife tonight and potentially watching a scary movie. Anybody got a good scary movie to suggest? I was considering watching Long Legs. We haven't gotten to see that yet, but I don't actually know where it's available to watch. How's the job treating you, by the way, Jfish? Hereditary, we've seen that. Midsummer, isn't that like... I'm thinking something a little more paranormal. Midsummer is a culty kind of one, right? The Big Short. Is that because of the times, the economic times we're in? Is that considered a horror movie? Can always watch a classic. Talk to Me is excellent. Ugh. We got about 30 minutes into Talk to Me, and it just wasn't really doing it for us. Hey, Johnny, Mr. Mendoza. Up. Are you scared of heights? Nightmare on Elm Street. They made a remake of that, right? Poltergeist. When is Poltergeist from? The 70s? Toes. Gotta be. Gwen! Mr. Gwen! Thanks for the sub, dude. Appreciate you. Thanks for subbing up for 6 months here on Space Tomato Gaming. Keeping the stream going. Keeping people happy. Getting yourself some access to exclusive videos and getting us one step closer to that Asperia Prowler giveaway. Alright, now that we actually have everything we need, let's hop on over to Walla and get started on our job for the day. Will the elevator even work for us? That's the big question. Oh, up because losing your wife, yes. Yeah, okay. I feel you. Yeah, the freaking start of that movie is sad, man. Why you gotta bring that back up? Get Out. That is a good movie. But I am looking for something new. You guys have great suggestions, by the way. Anything alien. Ooh, Sixth Sense was one of the first movies that like truly terrified me. And you know what scene it was? It was the one where he's under the blanket and he lifts it up and the girl's sitting there like throwing up. Spoilers, I know, but yeah, that one freaked me out. So sad to see Bruce Willis' health decline over the last couple of years. That's such a bummer, man. As we're so fragile as humans, those kinds of reminders are very strong. Pouring out for a legend, to be honest. Not gone, of course, but he won't be in any more movies. The Exorcist, originally in black and white. 28 years later was pretty great. Is it scary? You didn't like Talk to Me, or was it too spooky? It felt... Talk to Me, I think it was kind of the writing in the first couple of scary scenes. It was just a little... I don't know. Wasn't a huge fan of it. Together is the name of the movie you were thinking of, Mobster. There's a scary movie called Together. Oh, I like A Quiet Place. Didn't they make a... They made A Quiet Place Day One or something like that? We started that. Mrs. Tomato, did we get through that whole movie? Did we watch it? We can be a little picky. Cabin in the Woods is pretty good. We watched that one not too long ago, actually. Alrighty, look at all these freaking ships just gathered around here. Nobody on the landing pad, though, so we might actually have an opportunity here. Let's see. I feel like nobody on the landing pad usually means that the elevator's not working. Generally at ArcCorp it seems like they're never working. Let's give it a try. Have you seen The Others? Launch complete. The Others. What was The Others? You don't watch many horror movies because your wife hates them. You have to watch them on your own. I hope you still get to enjoy some of the good ones, though. Together is with Allison Brie and Dave Franco. Have we tried that one, Mrs. T? Oh my God, is this working? Oh. Your current selection exceeds the capacity. Okay. Okay, how about we just do these? Oh, it's overloaded. No, it doesn't. This one doesn't work. No. All right. Might be worth just leaving ArcCorp. It seems like ArcCorp's missions don't really work, huh? No, I don't think they're trying to do a all waves release this weekend. I think they'll probably wait until Monday if they're going to do that. Hold on, can you just call up the empty elevator? Does that work? You hate Dave Franco more than Tom Cruise. Wait, don't you hate James Franco? Do you hate both the Francos? It's not just a Franco something? Okay, so the elevator itself works. It just doesn't want to bring up any boxes with it. Star Citizen Patch History is a good horror show. Yeah, this won't work. 1SCU doesn't even load on here. Ah. Bummer. What the fuck? What? Okay. Thank you, Smooth and Bumpy. That was a good dance show. You got nice moves, man. Sinners was really good. Yeah, we loved Sinners. Sinners was some inspiration for our Halloween costumes this year. Kind of works out because whenever I try to customize a character to look myself in any video games, I end up looking kind of like Michael B. Jordan anyways, so I figure why not just go for it in real life? Whoa! Alright, let's get out of here. I'm going to try one more ArcCorp location, and if it doesn't work, we'll just switch over to Hurston for the day. Is Sinners a horror movie? Not so much horror as maybe like suspense. You have an art background, so you have fun with the Halloween costumes. Mrs. Tomato does a great job with Halloween costumes. The paint, the effects. I just stand around and look scary. Alright, I don't even have that many ArcCorp ones. Let's just switch over to Hurston right now anyways. Might as well. Is it like From Dusk Till Dawn? I've never seen that movie, actually. Oh, right. I could just get all the cargo from Hurston and turn it in for ArcCorp. While we're making this trip, why don't we take a look at the Evocati patch notes for 4.3. So, in this update, like I mentioned, the main things we got were these Onyx facilities. Now, they mentioned here that they house new investigation missions, and I think, not gonna lie, I'm a little bit bummed that we're finally seeing investigation missions brought into the game, but they aren't what they told us in CitizenCon 2022. And I'm really, really hoping that, I'm really hoping that they didn't scrap that. I don't know, every once in a while I get this slight worry that everything in Star Citizen is getting scaled back. And, over the years, they've said a lot of things that make the game sound interesting. And if those things got scaled back, I'm not saying that this game isn't going to be an amazing game still. But God, I really just want them to push for the stuff that they actually said this game was going to be. And I don't think... I think their main problem is that they don't have all of the manpower that they want to do all the things they want to do. And my biggest fear is that they're in this period of time before Squadron 42 comes out where they know that they need to start pushing things towards 1.0 and releasing the stuff that kind of fills out the game in that direction. I don't want them to get stuck into this sort of valley of gameplay that is dependent on only the amount of devs that they have outside of Squadron 42 right now. Does that make sense? I want this game to flourish to the ambitions and expectations that Star Citizen has when Squadron 42 is not taking 70% of the resources. I really hope that's not something that's going on. But these locations, they have a couple different wings. So like I said, they have this initial facility access location. It's kind of like a lobby where you basically can get into this place. You land in your own hangar. You have an armistice zone protecting you. And you can basically find some loot and different things in here that just to help you on your journey. But after you get out of here, you go deeper into either a research facility or an engineering wing. I haven't gone to the research facility yet, but in the engineering wing, I ran into radiation danger, like they say here. I ran into a couple NPCs. There were Valakar in there. There was a location where I could repair some pipes. There were loot boxes scattered throughout. And it just generally felt like a place where you could explore the area to find the objective you needed, but you could also find some little extras here and there if you were looking around more. The research location, I actually did have a objective marker sending me over there, and I didn't go to it, but it does seem like the research labs also have some stuff that's fairly similar. They say here that you're supposed to discover multiple data collection points containing valuable research data and audio logs that reveal the mysterious circumstances behind the facility's abandonment. So I haven't gotten into any of that kind of stuff, the narrative. I have to do that later on over the course of this weekend. But the new locations do seem geared towards different types of gameplay, so we'll see. Squadron 42 is also an ad for Star Citizen, so it needs to be somewhat ready for the masses when Squadron releases. Yeah. I don't know if the elevators on all the outposts work. I didn't go to any of the outposts. I am betting if, they will work better in Evocati than they do in live anyways. Hey, the pimp. It's been a good long while since I've seen you in chat, dude. How you been? You can only imagine the difficulty creating two game experiences simultaneously. Yeah, man. I think it's really challenging them. They're folding. They're going for the easy route for more arcadey game for people. Where do you see that happening? This game hallucinates enough. Oh, like one of these GPTs. You don't agree with that, honestly. SC doesn't need to be anything other than what it is when Squadron launches. I agree with it. I think Star Citizen definitely needs to be in a good playable state by the time Squadron comes out. Or else it's going to just hamper the hype a lot. The popularity of a game these days is so much more dependent on word of mouth than anything else. And if they launch Squadron 42... Let's say they launch Squadron 42 and it is a game in the 80s, the low 80s in a score. It's not particularly fantastic, it's decent, it's passable, but it definitely won't pass off as a success for a game that took 13 years to come out. If that is backed up by an MMO that's actually extremely novel and fun to experience, I think a lot of people will overlook that Squadron 42 is like that if they're interested in Squadron. If Squadron comes out and it's in that same state, but Star Citizen is in the state that it is right now, I think that makes Squadron look worse, and I think that makes Star Citizen look absolutely pitiful. And I don't think that word of mouth is going to help them out very much. I think Star Citizen needs to be at least decent. Background music, is it too loud? Like, Star Citizen's gotta have base building. It's gotta have, crafting. It needs to have a proper economy. It's gotta have mission storylines that people can follow. And it definitely needs to have a good new player experience, or else they're just people. Oh my god, Squadron 42 players are going to come and try it out and it's going to be an absolute train wreck. The expectations, you know. All right, it looks like this location is also broken, judging by the fact that people literally will just leave their ships. Like, if you're gonna switch servers, at least move your ship. Oh yeah, I don't think Squadron 42 should be delayed for Star Citizen. Most people who play Squadron 42 will have no real idea about Star Citizen at all. Dude, do you think that CIG is going to skip the opportunity to advertise Star Citizen on top of a AAA space narrative game? Squadron 42 is a Trojan horse, man. It's its own thing, but there's no way they're not going to use it to further Star Citizen's success. If they don't, then I don't think they're being a very good company. Yeah, this one's broken too. All SC needs is to make clear that it's early access. People will have the same reaction they do now when jumping in. Either they get it or they don't. Bro. the scale of this, the scale change in eyeballs on Star Citizen now versus when Squadron 42 comes out is like magnitudes different, exponentially different. They can't just like to get potentially 5 million possible eyeballs on Star Citizen and then have people jump in and be like, oh, there's a new player event going on, cool, let me go haul some cargo. And then you get to these locations that everybody's trying to go to, and you just kind of sitting here trying to figure this out. Because this isn't just, we're all super tied in. We all know that CIG has a problem here. We know there's a glitch going on. We know that like maybe there will be a hot fix in the next PTU cycle and all that stuff, but people who are jumping into Squadron and then maybe checking out Star Citizen have no clue that's going on. They're not going to be of the mindset that they can just wait for the next patch. They're not paying attention to what is a glitch and what isn't. You can't just hop into a game and have no things aren't working. It's extremely unreliable. I mean, even right now, it's hard to know what is a glitch and what is game design. You can't have that be happening in a game where millions of people might be willing to try it out for the one and only time. The game ending is basically going to be a SC ad. Shoot me if I'm wrong. I will not shoot you, Shaman. That's mean. What's new? You haven't played since January? There's quite a bit of new stuff since then. I don't think I can list it all right now. That's not what you're arguing at all. You're saying it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if Star Citizen is good or bad. All right. I mean, you can have that opinion. I disagree. All right, I'll try the manager one more time. They currently have over 5 million eyeballs on SC. Large mainstream streamers have already gotten SC out there. Did that now. I don't think they have that many eyeballs on SC. As somebody who covered this game in 2022 when all the streamers were putting eyeballs on this and is covering the game now and can see the numbers and the way they fluctuate, there are not 5 million people watching this right now. And if they take all of those people who did watch it at one point and then took a step back because it wasn't really working that well for them, and they tell them to come back in and it looks like it's mostly still not working well for them, I don't think those people are just going to be like, oh, they're working on it, it'll be fine. Gamers are wild, man. So much animosity. People will crucify a broken game like this if it comes out. Or not if it comes out, but if Squadron 42 comes out and is pushing people towards it. You got to run a marketing campaign. On top of that, CIG is going to have to go through a whole process of shifting the way their company works to manage an MMO. At the same time, they're also going to have to deal with, validating to all of these casual people that a ship sale is not a terrible thing for the game. And at that same time, trying to convince people of their way of gameplay. I'm not saying they have to capture the hearts and minds of everybody. I'm just saying, like, if they want to make sure to get a strong community at the absolute most the best possible marketing moment for this game will be when Squadron releases. Out of all the 15 years that we will have been around, that's going to be that #1 chance to really push this game. And if they don't have something good to push, I think that's going to hurt their progress. Come on! Yeah, 5 million accounts, including all of the doubled and tripled accounts people made for referrals, all the people who bought the game and then aren't paying attention. There's not over 5 million players in this game. No way, man. Weird Alien. Yo, Weird Alien dropped 5 subs in here? I'm sorry, I missed you. Thank you so much. Not only subbed at tier 1 yourself, but dropped 5 subs for the folks. My man. Holy crap. Thank you for getting us over the goal for Twitch to today. Now all we have to do is hit YouTube, and we got an Asperia Prowler giveaway. Let me pull up the letter from the chairman in 2023, I think it was. 2022. I think they gave some player stats here. Yeah. So in 2022, they hit 1 million unique players per year. And that was at, let's see, 800,000 unique accounts. I do not think that the player base has expanded four times? 5 times? Has grown by 4 times since 2022. If anything, I think 2020, because also if you look at their stats, so this was for 2022, right? 1 million unique players. Now, if we go to look at the CCU page, 2022 was arguably one of their best years, not just in funding, but also in new players, new accounts added. Absolutely massive difference from any other year they've ever been in production. And that they were able to hit 1 million unique players. So if we're looking at the following 2 years, the numbers clearly diminished. And I think a lot of people are waiting for it to reach a better level as a game. Not to say that there aren't a potential 1 million plus players out there, but I think there's just no way that 1 million players are playing this game right now, let alone 5 million. I think they're lucky if they're hitting like 6 digits currently. And that's not hate on CIG, that's just the state of the game. That's just people are just waiting for more to happen. People are waiting for like some big things to drop in engineering, base building, crafting, economy, new star systems, a storyline, more missions. I think they're doing a good job this year of keeping people playing while they're focusing on Squadron 42, but like, I don't doubt that they feel the pressure to keep this game looking good when Squadron comes out. What about 9,999,998 players playing? You're a bit of a loss though. Why are they not just gamifying things a bit? Clearing elevators and pads for the time being? Is it not possible in this code base? Is it too much work? Really curious. If they start clearing ships off of pads automatically, I don't know if this is the reason they don't do it, but if they did, they might start catching players who don't actually want their ships to be cleared yet. They had to come up with rules for when a ship should be cleared, and then probably some idea of how that ship would be returned to the player. And maybe that is the best course of action. Maybe gonna get yelled at here. Maybe they do that, but I think it takes a while. I would prefer if they just gave us freaking the ability to pull the ships off ourselves. Brigadier, did you drop in biddies, dude? Thank you, man. How are you doing today? All right, so this clearly didn't work. We'll have to leave this mission too. This is already my worst session running in this event. New location. Let's see if it works out. when Squadron comes out, everything in SC will be reworked. Do you mean like they'll rework it again for the Squadron release? How much SCU has been moved even with all the issues? I haven't heard from the Hurston guy before. That's the first thing he ever said to me. There are people playing. Don't get me wrong. And I think we're putting in good numbers. To be honest, this game is incredibly healthy for the history it's had. It's proven that people really, really, really want a game like this. And I think they've really locked into something special with Star Citizen. I mean, that's why I've, made a career of covering it. I just also think that they're in a precarious position and nothing is given at this point. Could you imagine just finishing loading your ship and poof, it despawns? I can't imagine that, Bo. It's happened. Thank you very much. Yo, Weird Alien. Weird Alien is blessing the garden today. Can we get a freaking? That's what I'm talking about. The little kids love it, dude. Thank you for dropping the subs in chat, man. Thanks for supporting the stream. Man, I almost never come to Aberdeen for anything other than the Hathor locations. Look at all the rafts down here. Oh my god. Hey, which ship is a cargo hauler? You got the green thumb. This man's a gardener. Whoops. Whoops. Sorry. Oh, my bad. Sorry, thought there was less space than there was there. The event zones are so cluttered, it's causing major issues. Yeah, they're very cluttered. I don't know if I'm on an EU server or not. I just kind of loaded into whatever was working. "15 elevators in a row broken, 160 SU of mined and refined cargo lost. 6 combat missions in a row failed because the target ship blew up." Hey man, this is my worst session because I gave up before I got to that point. That sounds like head beating trauma. The green toe. And this one's broken too. Man, this is really bad, huh? I mean, this is definitely worse than it was for me a week or two ago. You never said that 5 million players were concurrent. Never said they were active players. I said they were eyeballs on it. I see. I get you. I don't think they're eyeballs on it either, but I get what you're saying. I just don't agree. I don't think that this game already has the kind of attention on it that it will once Squadron 42 releases. And I don't think the type of people who are looking at this game right now are the same type of people who will be looking at it after they learn about Squadron 42. People saw the trailer for Squadron 42 and they thought it was a freaking Netflix trailer. They thought Mark Hamill was starring in a new Netflix TV show. Those are the kinds of people who are going to get the chance to see Star Citizen for the first time when Squadron 42 comes out. And for the most part, if you look up Star Citizen from the perspective of a big streamer or a big YouTuber or somebody who's not playing it all the time, generally they're like, this game is amazing, but it's broken, and I can't wait until it works better. And if they're still saying that by that time, most people will be like, oh, okay, it's broken. I'll wait until it works better. And that doesn't really help Star Citizen or CIG in the moment. No idea why they wouldn't prioritize this before sending more stuff to Evocati. Yeah, I mean, this only affects one small part of the game. Plenty of other stuff that they want to release to Evocati, get into the next patch. I mean, entirely different locations, you know? To you, it seems like from the Blades controversy that there really is no such thing as bad publicity. New player growth and funding increased dramatically after streamers called SC a dead game. Publicity is not everything that leads to success. You need a healthy game. You think the other elevator at this location might work? I mean, there's still abandoned ships at the other elevator too. It's just a raft sitting in front of the other elevator. Some freaking wreckage floating in the air there. All right, you know what? Screw the landing pad. One more go, we'll give it. Oh, a Netflix series or any type of series based in the Star Citizen universe would be sick. I would love to see a series based around the Unification Wars. Is that Mass Effect? I think that's Mass Effect. I'd love to see a series based around the fall of the Messers. The game has attention but not engaging because everybody knows and tell mouth to mouth that it's broken, waste of time right now. I was assuming nobody's here. Nope. Nah, none of these elevators are working. Crossflows, thank you for all you do. Thanks for coming through and hanging out and jumping in chat. Yeah, the Star Citizen universe is really freaking cool. There's so much story potential in this. That's one of my favorite parts is just like, it's an IP built from scratch to be just a really thorough sci-fi universe. Can't get better than that. That's my favorite part about this event too. This is the first time they've brought in lore and actually made it matter in this game, it feels like. Thoughts on what they tease us for this shorter CitizenCon this year? Probably just the systems they've been talking about all this time, but actually in the game engine. Crafting, base building, control surfaces, scanning, all these things that like we haven't gotten to see all year or hear anything about all year other than in monthly reports. They'll probably just finally show us them at CitizenCon. In a year when they don't have a ton of focus on Star Citizen, why not just save all of your good footage for CitizenCon rather than spoiling it inside Star Citizens that we would normally be getting every week almost? You doing the large cargo recovery ship missions? Yeah, I might need to do that. Might just switch back to a smaller ship and try one of those out. Want to get lost in the game for no reason. Dude, same. I want to go out to some star system that doesn't have a ton of people in it and just like start running random contracts and missions around there, grow my local reputation, you know, find a favorite outpost that I like to stop off at and hang out at the bar, a regular place to meet friends. I think that's what a lot of us are looking for. Just it's not there yet.
Carmichael here. You have an obligation to Hurston and to me to finish a contract you accept.
Bruh, I got no f***ing obligation to Hurston, alright? You guys can do it all yourselves. Jesus, don't you have slaves that take care of that for you? Hope so, because the amount of support player or solo play that can be used with it will make solo or group play magnificent, especially salvaging and mining. What are you talking about? Any ideas if any new ships may be coming out, or do you think this patch will be pretty bland? They'll have a new ship. I think they're gonna have a new ship for every single patch that comes out. Who knows what it is this time? The ISC shortages you can understand, but you don't see why SCL can't still be weekly. Dude, I wish it still was. I don't know. Devs don't have time anymore. Maybe they're getting a little tired of saying things on accident and then having the community hold them to it. They don't have slaves, just indentured servants. Of course. Biggest problem about broken elevators is the intro missions for players that barely starting the event cannot do intro missions without stubbornly abandoning contracts and checking every outpost for a working elevator. Yeah, dude. And as a new player, if you jump into this game and you don't know that that's like a thing, or that these elevators are broken or anything, imagine the extra amount of confusion that brings to you. You think CitizenCon is going to have the Ironclad? I don't know, man. We'll see from this next monthly report. Which, by the way, if you guys are interested in knowing what's going on with the monthly report, we will probably be covering it on stream on Friday, perhaps?
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming in. This is your captain speaking. Tomato
So
will
you
be
can come
with you
chill
shortly.
and review that with us. But they'll probably say something about the Ironclad at that point that'll tell us whether or not it is coming this year. Morphologist with the raid. Can we get a little bit of a thank you to the man? There we go. There you go. Hey, yeah. My man, Mr. Morph. What you been up to today? Were you playing Star Citizen? Did you put yourself through it? Did you? Did he get a shout out? Did he get a shout out? Did you shout him out? Is he out shouted? Were you playing Star Citizen, dude? You were indeed playing Star Citizen. And how did it treat you? How did it go for you today? Give me the good news. Squadron 42 is not feature complete. They have said things like doing mocap, working on new features, voice recordings. That's all this year. You recently mentioned. Yeah, man, I mean, feature complete as per what Chris wants to say it is, but they definitely have a lot of fundamentals and not a lot, but they have some fundamentals and features that still seem like they're getting worked out. Half the event doesn't work. Is that good news? That means half the event does, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, have a good night. Enjoy your sleepy sleeps. Thanks for dropping the folks in here for some good entertainment information, my man. And hopefully you have a better event experience next week. Just need to do the space combat mission 50 more times to get to level 5. Well, at least you can do the space combat mission. Why are you complaining? Do your work, filthy Hurston agent. Feature complete doesn't mean that everything's done that needs to be done. Yeah, but like, they're changing the way scanning works in Squadron 42. I'm definitely of the mindset that like you don't actually have to finish all your features for it to be feature complete, but if they're changing it so that you don't ping, but you actually have a 360 wave scan in Squadron 42, then like I feel like the scanning feature wasn't actually working. It was just a ping, like a placeholder. And I don't see how that's feature complete. But it's semantics. At the end of the day, I think that they said feature complete for marketing purposes, to build confidence, to get us excited, and ultimately they could have just said that you can play through the game or something. Oh no, I'm not talking about Star Citizen, I'm talking about Squadron. .360 no-scope technology. I can't wait to 360 no-scope with this new sniper rifle. Oh, I need to go all the way up.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, I mean, it builds confidence for the first like 2 years that you're sitting there thinking, okay, things are going well. But by 2 years after saying feature complete, I think it starts to slightly eat away at confidence. All right, we're going Origin for this one. No, I have not looted the sniper in 4.3 yet. I have looted something in 4.3, but it was just a med pen. I didn't actually loot anything impressive. Dude, look at all the missions I've completed today. Oh, abandoned? Oh, I bet these companies trust me wholly. All right, let's take the recover large shipment out at a mining base. See if this works. That's why you don't think it was just hype. Maybe there was a financial agreement component in the background they had to meet or something. Maybe. All I know is at the end of 2023, they were very much in the position that they needed to exude confidence around ArcCorp. ArcCorp? Squadron 42. And in the year of 2023, they realized that they needed to cut back on Star Citizen development to continue to get Squadron 42 into a better state. And that is not my speculation. That is 100% confirmed by CIG. And if you need to see that quote, I can pull it up. Yeah, this mission isn't even loading for me. The snarky lectures you get when you can't finish the missions. Quite rude, that Hurston guy. He said I had an obligation to him to finish the mission. Excuse me the f*** out. What are you talking about, dude? I don't work for you. I'm a private contractor with my own spaceship, man. Where you fly? He doesn't fly. He's stuck in a cubicle in Hurston. And he's talking to me like that. I don't want to hear it, dude. I'm an R-Corp boil. Although it doesn't seem like R-Corp's doing a very good job of getting me a mission, so... There we go. See? R-Corp's got my back. Do the collect stolen SCU from the planet surface missions? I don't even have ships that can contain all that stuff. Well, maybe. I don't know how big they get. An outstanding contractor, yes. Yes, indubitably. What's Star Rupture? Sounds like a bad bowel movement after eating a bunch of Starburst. Honestly, Starburst sounds like a bad bowel movement after eating a bunch of Starburst. Large cargo recovery is the only mission you've been doing recently. Consistently can retrieve the cargo. New game by the Green Hell devs. All right, let's try this. Let's try this new one. Oh crap, I forgot how fast this ship is. Holy lordy, dude, this thing goes. Oh, and we're blacked out. It's too fast for me. I can't even hear the thrusters on it, and we're just like, zoom. Okay, we're blacked out right. Oh, God. That's just good fun. That's just good, clean family fun, Cotton. You've been mining for this event? How's that been? How much progress do you make from just like filling up a prospector? Greetings, bloody reminder. Quite the name. Dude, this ship is so fast. 1,400 meters per second. Jesus. Thaddeus! What's up, brother? Three, two, one. All right. Okay, go chase that thing down. Look at all the ships left behind out here. Are these all of the people who are just like ditching their ships and doing this? Because that'd be extremely funny if that were the case. You said you're not playing with joysticks at the moment. You plan to play with those, and if you do, what do you like? I have some VKBs actually back at home. I'm just waiting to get some mounts for those. And I'm going to use the NXT Evos. Okay, we got to find the fastest way to get to the pilot seat. Is this door open? Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. It doesn't... Did the door in this thing not open anymore? Through the left wing cargo doors, really? So it's not... Damn. Can you even open the cargo doors from the outside? Indeed you can. I'm gonna try and fly all the way up to that catwalk. Nice! Haha! Beautifully done. Screw you guys, I'm in a caterpillar. Let's go. Let's go. Move. Ow. Ow. Come on. Freaking calibrate. Oh my God. We're out. Woo! Lost an engine in there. Look at that. How rude. Maybe if you guys actually defended your cargo, you wouldn't lose it. Tears out of the chute at the speed of smell. Ooh. Do tomatoes smell good? Is this game the same as Elite Dangerous? Not really. It's probably the closest you're gonna get. Kind of. But no, they're not really the same. Both in terms of their development styles, like how they're actually being built and made and maintained, and also how their gameplay works. This game is a first-person game, first and foremost. Elite Dangerous is a spaceship flying game, for the most part. Until someday when they start to actually acknowledge their Odyssey update again. I'm having trouble jumping. What? Why is it sending me to Stanton? Oh, I see. I have to go to Stanton first before I can come back to the planet I'm right next to. Of course. Thank you, Sanctrid. You had BLTs last night, so you might have eaten a friend. Hey, you know what? I'm happy for you, all right? Eating a tomato is a privilege and a right, and it's phenomenal. It's like that Rick and Morty episode where they're eating those people and they're like so happy that they turn into spaghetti that they're like, yes, eat me, I'm great. It's like that if you just forget the last half of that episode. Also, can I just say that the final song that plays in that episode, Live Forever, it's a cover of the song Live Forever, and it's like one of my favorite songs. Sometimes I'll just randomly play that. It's so good. What a beaut. Yeah, Elite Dangerous is... So I had to do a little bit of research into Elite Dangerous. For those of you who have been following the YouTube channel recently, may have noticed the new series that I've been publishing, Space Games Weekly. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and oh my god, I'm enjoying the heck out of it. Hopefully it catches on and we can keep doing it, but I'm covering Elite Dangerous in this week's episode for the first time. So I had to do some research into how they're running their ship releases and stuff. And I realized that the way that they're doing their ship releases is actually really similar to Star Citizen. To the point where you can kind of just tell that they were like, hey, this is working for them. Why don't we give this one a go? God, I hate flying ships this big. Doing hauling for the event? I am doing ship recovery. We'll call it hauling, though, so that we can pretend that I'm actually being a good person, not stealing ships. If tomato gets cooked, is he tomato sauced or tomato souped? I'm sauced, dude. Call me ketchup, because I got that vinaigrette. Alright. Ship retrieved. Now we just got to get the boxes out of this hulking phallus. Hulking phallus honestly sounds like a Twitch username. Can you put the cargo down on the hangar floor? Captain Foxy Loxy said this is going to be a thing working. Try just dumping the Odyssey ships. Wait. Dump boxes on the floor of hangar, self-destruct cat, and pull up a small ship. What? To see if the boxes store? Dump the boxes on the floor. How can you dump them on the floor? You'd have to take them out of the ship first. Yeah, I'm not taking this ship out after the mission. I don't want to fly a caterpillar any more than I have to. Self-destructed after you're done. Oh, because like last time when it just stayed in the hangar. Is that what you guys are saying? Bruh. Now they will sell you early access to the new Odyssey ships instead of letting you buy the item because you bought the expansion. Right, so they do this like early access. You can get it with specific currency, but that currency is either bought by cash or earned in game at a rate of 400 units per week, which is kind of wild that they rate limited the currency. Okay, so your guys' idea is what? That you blow up the ship and then you spawn in a small ship? Why would you spawn in the small ship though? Yeah, you need about 20,000 arcs. So I did the math. On this new ship, it's 38,000 arcs, and you can earn at 400 arcs per week. So it'll take you about 49 weeks, 47 weeks, I think, to earn it. Which, to be honest, is not, like, it is a late game ship. It's an end game ship, so that's not a crazy amount of time, depending on who you are. I think they do need to have ships that take, obviously, a long time to earn, but still a little bit painful. Wow, this is very full. They said, who cares about maneuvering around this ship? Oh, dropping it on the pad and then having it go down and up will have you store it all. I see. God dang it. Whee! I was inside the box for a second there. I almost just created a new vehicle. Nothing more painful than the skill point system in EVE Online. I actually know nothing about EVE Online, so that'll be another chance for me to learn about another space game, another stalwart of the community. All right, you go ahead and hop on over the ship. I will see you on the other side. This isn't a Spotify playlist, but I do plan on getting all my music onto Spotify so you guys can easily access it. We tried to do that earlier this year, but then all of the songs had lyrics, so we had to turn them off. But I do want to make it so you guys can access my music because it's fun to listen to. All right, mission complete. Let's blow up the cat.
Great! You brought the stuff. Nice to see someone actually doing their job for a change. Okay, I better get back to it. Have a good one.
Is that how you talk about me when I'm not working? I dipped my toes into Eve once. It was 2009. And I thought I was too late to the game, so I stopped playing. That was kind of funny. It's like literally people who weren't even born at the time who are starting to play Eve now. I feel like I would get in trouble with R Corp for doing this, but I won't ask questions. Peace out.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Come on.
Your vehicle has been deployed.
Good luck with that, R Corp. Okay, but you need to blow up before the elevator closes. Wait. Wait, it hasn't blown up yet. Ah, there it goes. Ah, good times, man. They're gonna hate me here. They can't say anything, though, because I did my job. That's how everyone stores their ships, right? Bro, did I just seriously deep throat that whole dog and I didn't get any nutrition from it? Let's try that again. Thank you very much. Gosh. Double the nutrition. Wolves Light! Yo, thanks for the subs, mate. Appreciate you, dude. Hope you're having a good stream. Thank you for dropping 5 subs for the good folks in chat. If you just got a sub, make sure to check out the exclusive video that you have access to now. All 6 of them, actually. All right, let's grab another ship to fly out and get another recovery going.
Thank you.
Hot dogs are broken. What a weird sentence. Bro, you eat hot dogs? Those are totally glitched out. Drops hydration to half with all the sodium. Joke's on you, dude. Tomatoes are really freaking good when you put salt on them. See if the wreckage is still down there. There is still a thruster over there. The peasants didn't clean it up fast enough. Tomatoes in the verse when? Considering how they're handling pickles, I'm a little scared for what their space tomatoes are going to look like in this game. Besides, you know, this gorgeous being. If I were them, I would just paste like a picture of my face on a red ball. But that's why I can't make a full video game myself. Nobody would buy it. Imagine carrying a hot dog in your pocket. Well, back in the day when I had to sneak into movie theaters with food because they wouldn't let us bring some, I was the dumb kind of kid that would hide a hot dog in his pocket. And by golly willikers, I would make sure it was edible afterward. Dude, this ship is so cool. Too bad it's basically forgotten. Remember when we were going to get an engine swap on this ship? Recover. No. Recover. Recover small. Small, small, small. Medium, small. Small, 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 medium. I'm not going to recover a small. What's the point in that? Oh my gosh. Wait, we made a ton of progress towards the next tier. These first 3 tiers don't actually take too much, huh? You guys worry me sometimes. If we are not worrying you, then is it really the garden community? Everybody should be leaving one of these streams questioning something about life. Otherwise, I just don't think we've done a good job. Twitch.
Has been so twitchy.
Yeah, Twitch has been lovely today.
Should we say thank you and do the giveaway?
Does YouTube deserve that?
Twitch does. YouTube can get the benefits.
That's your call. You're the giveaway maestro. Sounds like Mrs. Tomato is going to bygone the bygones. And YouTube does not need to meet their goal today. Not to diminish what you've done on Twitch, you guys. Really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Sounds like you've gone ahead and triggered the Asperia Prowler giveaway. So make sure to get your last little bits of possible entries into that giveaway, folks. Sounds like it's coming and going. Or just going. Or also coming. I don't know. Why can't I get one of these missions? I want to recover a large shipment. Pocket Hot Dog username also available on RSI. Pocket Dog. Is that a hot dog in your pocket, or are you just excited to see Shrek 2? Isn't there a Shrek something coming out that people were making fun of? Yeah, it looks like all the recovery missions are not spawning right now. If a tomato could ponder its place in the universe, it might gaze up from the cutting board and ask, am I destined to be soup, sauce, or salad? It's almost always a nice caprese salad, let's be honest. Ooh, what's that? Somebody out here in their whole sea. Let's buzz them. This is the part where I like run into the ship and blow it up. Like I'm that guy. Why are you gonna impound me? Oh, we can make a bong from a tomato for sure. It'd be a soggy, sloppy bong. But we like soggy and sloppy around these parts. What? Alright. Yeah, I guess there's these missions are gone. It's a bit of a bummer. Let's try flying away and back. Maybe it'll respawn. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Dude, like Wendy's isn't absolutely slapping on the jokes whenever they have the possibility. Leave the shippers alone, probably stressed enough as it is. Probably. The secret code is, I think, thanks Zayeth, or Zayeth Rocks, I think is the code for this giveaway. Bruh. Oh, you're not throwing. I thought you were throwing tomatoes at me. That's just a salute. Zaeth rocks with an I. This song is called Close to Life by Sero. S-E-R-O. Boom.
Kermit the Frog here. This just in. Tomatoes are delicious with salt.
This is true. This is true. You don't sound like Kermit the Frog, though. You sound kind of like Obama. All right, we're going to split this time. Oh, shoot. Toes. Okay. We're going to cruise this time and see if we can get them to just follow the ship. Crap. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, crap. The freaking ship's just stopped. Oh, God. Why doesn't cruise control in this game work? And I didn't have my helmet on. I didn't have my helmet on because I was eating a freaking hot dog, man. Oh, my God. Why did nobody tell me to put the helmet back on when I put the wiener in my mouth? Come on, guys. That's your job. Exclamation point helmet. It's a whole thing. Because this happens all the time.
It fucked my tomatoes up!
Oh, man. Alright, add one to the death counter, I guess. Sound the reinforcements are jumping in to stop me. 295, guys. We're almost up to 300 deaths. We're almost there. I only died, what, 3? No, probably 4 times this patch. I'm a sad tomato. Sad f***ing tomato. I'm sauced. Vacuumed tomato. I lost all my juice. God dang it. I told myself too when I was eating that hot dog, I was like, dude, put the helmet back on afterwards. This is your fault, buckaroo. Dude, do I not get my helmet now? Oh, I do. Okay, it's back. Too distracted by the hulking phallus. Couldn't even make it that far. Not only did my ship ejection work,
Trust
so did my
me.
helmet.
Whiners in mouth equal death. I do not recommend. In
Whiners
this
in
message
mouth.
you
Huh?
can trust.
Whiners in the mouth. Oh god. Wait, where the heck am I? Did I spawn back at Everest? Why did I spawn at Everest? Oh, because I was at Hathor.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
All right. Jeez. Guess let's just fly in with a 135. You do the same thing 10 seconds and you can't remember to do anything? Yeah, man. It's like Star Citizen's the worst game for somebody like me. I can't remember to freaking eat and put a helmet on and take my ammo and set my spawn point. All these things. I'm such an advocate for this game having so many consequences, yet I am probably one of the highest likely people to run into consequences. That's how you know I'm not biased. First time entering the giveaway. Website said you should ask chat what the secret code is for the entry. Yeah, Mrs. Tomato will hit you up with the secret code. This one was spawned by incredible support by one of the legends in chat, Zayeth. So I believe the code is Zayeth Rocks. ADHD tax. Is that what we call it? All right. This time we got a helmet on. Hopefully the cruise control button actually works too. Hey Dembring, thank you for the sub, by the way. We appreciate your support here on Twitch. Lovely individuals. Hope you enjoy the stream. Reminder to everybody that you do have a Prime sub you can use to support any streamer if you do have Amazon Prime. Doesn't have to be for us. Just keep it in mind if you have a streamer that you like and you want to show them support, you literally get a free sub. I feel like YouTube should do that too, but they already break in too much money and they don't have to steal Twitch's audience. I think YouTube's really dropping the ball there, to be honest. Toads! Imagine if you could gift people YouTube Premium. Holy crap, that would be incredible. What's an F-104? You think YouTube gave up on winning over streamers? Yeah, kind of disappointing, right? They totally could if they really wanted to. But they just kind of, they were like, oh, okay, we did good enough. Can't remember what that guy's name was, but they had a guy in charge of YouTube gaming who was like really pushing the streaming stuff. But then they let go of him, and then they let go of the YouTube CEO, Susan something. And really they just kind of let it squalor. But YouTube could have put the death sentence to Twitch, I think, sometime in the last 5 years. Maybe they thought it would be too much pressure on them. Or maybe they thought it would kill their VOD market. YouTube is still definitely the kind of place where people aren't going necessarily to consider streaming. And if you want to stream on YouTube, you have to be making videos, or else there's not really much discoverability for streaming. So maybe they just thought it would dilute things too much. It would shake up a strategy that was already working for them if they went too hard on streaming. F-104 is a fighter jet from around the 1960s. Whoa. Starfighter plane. Huh. Wonder if they're worried about antitrust legislation, seeing as they kind of have a chokehold on videos. Like I said before, I would love if YouTube was broken out from Google. That'd be a very interesting shakeup. They could have also thrown money at Twitch and outright bought them. Let the company run under its old name and just rake in the profits. That'd be freaking crazy if they decided to buy Twitch from Amazon and just had both sides of the market. Companies don't trust about antitrust. Don't care about antitrust till they're forced to care. To be honest, I think Google's been a little bit forced to care over the last few years. Aren't they about to lose control of Chrome or something? All right, we're gonna try it the same way we did it last time. No cruise control. We just eject. I'm gonna be flying way too fast to know what's going on this time, though. Holy crap! Holy crap! Go, go, eject! He didn't eject. Okay. The eject button didn't work. Alrighty, we're gonna have to turn around and try it again. Nice, very good. Great success. And now we're blacked out. Oh. Oh, we're off axis. We're off axis. Correct, correct, correct. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Eject. Eject, you mother. Okay, so ship eject isn't working, I guess. Do I have to be in SCM mode or something? Countermeasures, countermeasures. Eject, please. God dang it, dude. Oh my god. That ship doesn't have eject. Ah. Yes. Yes, of course. That makes sense. My luxury ship doesn't allow me to eject. Why would I think otherwise? Okay. Good sweet lord. Can you go any slower, sir? Open the door, open the door, open the door! God! Ah! Oh my god, I quit. Oh yeah, no, at least I was wearing my helmet. Thanks, that's really f***ing, that's great. Good to... Holy crap. F*** me. We're gonna reach 300 deaths before the end of this stream now. Just watch. Take a gladiator. I don't have a gladiator. Just a ship that can eject. Will probably work well. Just need to double check. They should really put that on the brochure. You cannot eject out of this ship. If you get attacked, it sucks to be you. Can you imagine, dude? You imagine like being in a position where you need to eject and you press the button and they're like, we're sorry. And then you just blow up. They don't even finish their sentence. Just, we're sorry. Can you eject from Pisces? Now I need to know, like now I have to double check every single, I'm just going to use a single seat fighter, right? That definitely is going to work.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
The Hornet's got to be able to have an eject button.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Is it the third or fourth time? Whatever time this is the charm. I have seen too many different types of ships today. One more try. Irish Dreadtide, thank you for the 100 bits. Said terrain, 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 terrain. Pull up, pull up. You're going to f***ing die. You're going to die. And then I died. With a ship like this, I'm going to try the old style of cruise control and hop out and see if they actually chase the ship down. Hell, I'll drink to that death, whatever. Cruise control is a joke. Never works. You leave your ship in CC, and at the moment you have to leave the ship, it starts to break. Yeah. Cruise control seems to be kind of not great. I guess I could just uncouple. I know they'll come back for the ship once I get in, but at least I get a couple seconds. Decoupling doesn't work either? Don't tell me the ship slows down when it's decoupled. That doesn't even make sense. That's blasphemy, dude. Toes. It's hands-free, but keep your hands on the wheel. You know, we're potentially hands-free. Hoochie! Thank you, my friend, for 16 months subbed on the channel here. So hello there, how's it going? Still trying to do the starting mission. No luck today for me. Keep on hustling. I couldn't do the starting mission for Hurston. I was trying it. We're back to R-Corp, though. Maverick! Good to see you, my dude. Sorry I'm late. We lost power last night and just got it back. How goes the numbers? Not great. Not great, friend. Thanks for being here, though. No problem on being late. I know you got a good reason. Glad to see you in chat nonetheless. Eat more chicken. Thank you for the sub, dude. Got us looking at a hype train. Twitch, you guys have been phenomenal today, dude. Which I guess is why Mrs. T is doing the Prowler. Alright, we're decoupled. And we are hopping. Get out. Get out! Alright, ship is gone. It's still going. I don't think they're chasing it, though. Yeah, they're all still right there. No, I think they are shooting at it. Ow. Yeah, I can't. It looks like it got blown up because I can't see it anymore. No! Get in, get in. No, don't get on the freaking ladder. Get up. Go. Go. Come on. Open door. Oh my god, they're already shooting. Open the door. Holy crap, they hit me with missiles. Because they were so far away. Right, of course. Why would I not think of that? Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Oh, I turned the systems back off. Oh my god, okay, come on. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. Haul, bro. That's your job. Alright, we good. We out. Whew. Hey. This game's stressful, man. This is a stressful way to play the game. I don't know how you guys do this. I actually took less damage that time, I'm guessing because they were a little bit distracted. So I guess it did work. We got another one. Oh, shoot. The hype train. Northern Tech Hermit, thank you for pushing us into the old choo-choo, my dude. Appreciate you. Hold on, I think we got hype train music up in here. That's that hype train music, dude. Twitch, y'all have been lovely today. Harbinger of moisturization. Welcome to the garden, friend. Thank you for following. Also, it feels like we made like a solid... There's a solid mission run. Oh, look, there's another one there. We got a giveaway? Mrs. T is here for the giveaway, folks. Who's about to win the freaking Asperia Prowler? Let's go! Liquid Skies! My man. Liquid Skies. What?
The one with flaming
got that loyalty bonus. I don't even know what that is. That
It's once you enter a giveaway more than one time,
multiple giveaway entries.
gives you no extra.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Liquid Skies. Congratulations. If you are in chat, you get a little one more round of applause for them. Yeah. Thank you, everybody who got into that giveaway. Running for a little while. Thank you to Zayeth and the good folks of the garden who triggered that giveaway the day that it was triggered. And big ol' congrats, my friend. If you're not in the chat, don't worry about it. We'll reach out to you and make sure you get your ship. That's a copy of Star Citizen plus an Asperia Prowler. And the next giveaway will probably start sometime not too long from now, sometime in the midterm future this month, I imagine. I think we have an RSI Meteor to give away now, courtesy of CIG. That'll come with a copy of the game. Obviously, a nice combat-ready ship, but I mean, I think the most important thing is the actual access to the game. So again, thank you so much for being involved if you were. Best of luck to you in the next one, guys, if you were in this giveaway. Thank you for attempting. I know sometimes it feels like you never win a giveaway, but trust me, we have people win in here who say they never win giveaways. We've had plenty of people walk away with a ship. Brigadier Bo, thanks for the bits, dude. And Smooth and Bumpy, thank you guys for pushing the hype train to new hypes. Get it? I need a laugh track on here because or just that. All right, stop. I know nobody's laughing. It's fine. Hey, Brig, dropped a community sub. Thank you, dude. It looks like the hype train has ended. Appreciate you guys for being involved in that. Thanks for the support. I'm pretty sure this was a successful mission only because of that, actually. Otherwise, I would have just jumped out without my helmet and gone like an idiot. The meteor is starting to grow on you? Why is that? A meteor killed you in a dogfight. Was flying a Corsair, and with the maneuver nerf, you had a 0% chance. You guys like the meteor? Come on. Why would they make this button so high off the ground? Can't even press it. Overhyped bottle rocket with pew pews. Is anything with pew pews overhyped? The answer to that is yes, by the way. I'm not a combat. I'm not really a combat enthusiast. Except for FPS. I like FPS combat. They nerfed the Connie and the Corsair just so the meteor would have something to kill. I mean, technically, yeah. Like, you do need to make sure that a ship that's meant to do something specific can still do that something specific. As long as they make the other ships have their pros and cons, too. Firepower coupled with the speed makes it a good interceptor. Also a great strike fighter like they originally called it. What exactly is a strike fighter? Just something that hits hard and then gets away? It's got very strong shields or HP, so you're not even mad. It seems to be somewhat balanced for once. If it had a turret gunner, it might have made the difference. It has strong shields? I thought the shields on that thing were specifically weak. But yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm hearing too much about this ship being overpowered, almost like they actually put the ship in game and people don't have huge problems with it. Or rather, it seems like people had more problems with the ship before it came into the game than now that it's in the game. Is that, would you guys say that's accurate? Oh, it's not got very strong shields, I see. Why is this box floating? Come down here. Eat more chicken, you think that sounds right? You cannot swap out the two big guns on that ship, no. Because it's not particularly great. Also, it doesn't hold any cargo without frustration, and they released it on a cargo event. Sounds like a good idea. Lot less controversy surrounding it. Come on. Not meant to be a dogfighter. You see it as a heavy interceptor for bounty hunting and such, which is why you wish they had implemented a bounty pod instead of the John Wick rack. I wish they had done both. I think that would have been sick. So I do love that rack, but yeah, a place for a body pod would have made a lot of sense on that ship. Okay, come on. No. Assuming bounty pods are still a thing. I would hope so. Oh, we missed a box. Dude, imagine if bounty pods weren't actually a thing now. Will they be of use? It's crowded up your Cuddy Blue, something fierce you used to store ice cream. Bro, it better. They better still be using bounty pods. Holy crap, man. Guys, don't scare me with these intrusive thoughts of that being also changed up in this game.
Yes! Perfect timing on the delivery. Really needed this. I'll call thanks you. See you next time.
Girl, I know you're trying to make us feel good about the work that we're doing, but does it really matter that I just delivered to you, what, some few dozen SCU of cargo? Like, you guys are really far behind. Honestly, one more delivery and I will be hitting that tier tier 3 reward. Not bad. I might actually get through all 5 tiers on R-Corp before the end of this event. Yeah, like, even if it's not PvP bounties, although I think it should be, he better still be able to go hunt down players or hunt down characters and put them in a body pod. Just be incredibly disappointed if that's not the case.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle select. Your vehicle has been identified.
Good luck dealing with that, R-Corp. Any second now. Come on. No! Oh, it didn't happen soon enough, so now all the wreckage is just sitting on top. Oops. Oopsies. Eat more chicken, dude. I will catch you in the black. Thanks for hanging out in chat. Have a good time at work, man. Yeah, it was like perfect timing. Not even a simple escort mission. Take a mission, spawn in PC, get close, the NPC starts following you, enter your ship, deliver him to another location. Not even that. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. All right, y'all. That's it for me today. It is dinner time. Sorry this one was a little bit shorter than normal, but I think we got plenty of entertainment value out of this stream today. A little giveaway. Y'all on Twitch were incredible with the support today. Thank you so much. I will be back with you on Monday. We'll be doing a couple different segments. I'm going to talk about 4.3, obviously, with some more of my experiences in Evocati. We will be looking at the Starship Simulator most recent update. And maybe the X4 update also. Maybe we'll do a little looking on that. I also want to talk about Wicklow and a couple other things that have been going on in Star Citizen. So if you like chatting, if you like chilling, if you're digging the energies in this stream, if you like the community, who are some great people, join the Toes Gang. Join us for the next week of streams. Talking on Mondays, gameplay on Wednesdays, fun stuff on Fridays, org day on Saturdays. And I will see you all in the next one. I hope you had a good time and enjoyed this. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, folks. I'm going to drop you all over with Paul. Make sure to jump into chat. Drop the toes. Let him know where you came from. Ask him about the Redeemer. And congratulate him on his newly built PC. And if you're feeling real tomatoey, go check out the YouTube channel. We got a couple new videos up this week. Thanks again for being here. Have a wonderful Saturday. Treat yourselves to something beautiful. You're good people. You deserve to eat something delicious. Spend time with the folks you love. Give yourself a nice hug today. And tell yourself a sweet nothing, because you deserve it. That sounds bad. Tell yourself a sweet something, because you deserve it. Anyways, thanks again, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. See y'all on Monday. Oh, thanks for the sub. And Maverick, thank you for the bits. Wait, who just subbed? Somebody just subbed. Can't see the sub. Gonzo, thank you for the sub, dude. Appreciate you. All right, now I'm done. Now I'll actually say my goodbyes. Thanks again. You're great people. I'll see you all on Monday. Bye-bye.